Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 151 of the Blrd podcast. As always, we have an electric panel tonight. We have Bandito.
Yes, here, electric.
We have Green Tuner.
Hello.
Not so electric. We have Dark Side.
Yo.
Semi-electric.
Right.
Yo.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh,
a couple
there it
amps
is.
in there.
Yeah, turn the amps up a little bit. And myself, Creamcast, Bebe, best in the world, main character. How you guys doing tonight?
Oh, fantastic.
Fantastic.
I'm doing electric right now.
Electric.
You're doing electric.
Mhm.
Damn.
Super electric. Deadly electric.
He's recently switched over to electric.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, yep. Unfortunately, we do not have our other podcast panelist, Snake. He may be joining us later on tonight, and the Ed Underground side character. He is unfortunately not with us. He is on a mission to pretty much
doing what side characters do, whatever the hell they do.
Whatever they do, it's like he's not even loaded. He's not even loaded in the real world at the moment. Like when we summon him, he'll actually load up and be actually present. But yeah, so we're gonna be just rolling with the four of us, but still gonna have a great episode all the same. But yeah, this is kind of, I know we usually do the news afterwards, but something Bandita had brought up recently, I think kind of is important in the world of social media. Before we get to our main topic, the ban on TikTok looks like it is going through. It was supposed to be officially closed on Sunday?
Yes, this Sunday. It is going to be
This Sunday coming up.
over.
Last day.
Yeah, it's Jover.
Mm-hmm. Jeez, that
Jover.
is.
Yeah.
So Sunday, what day is that? That is the. Let me take a look. Let me look. That is the 19th. So the 19th, TikTok will be officially banned in the United States, and I've been seeing it a lot on other social media platforms about how TikTok. I don't have a TikTok account, but and I very, very, very rarely ever watch a TikTok. But on Instagram, I see a lot of people discussing the fact that TikTok is going down, and people are worried. TikTok creators are sweating bullets because TikTok, out of I think all the platforms, does do the largest payout of their content. So
Yeah,
Instagram.
Yeah, I was seeing that too. And I was surprised. I didn't know that it was that pop. I mean, I knew TikTok was popping. I don't know if that's just showing our age because I don't have the app either.
Yeah,
because it was like, and because the other thing people will say is that a lot of the Instagram reels are just reposted TikToks.
Yes. I heard the same thing.
So it's like you're getting this TikTok like 2 weeks later.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was kind of shocked that it was such a huge repercussion, this huge ripple going throughout content creators saying that this is my livelihood and this is gonna ruin them and stuff like that. So
yeah,
it's crazy.
Well, I mean,
I was gonna say, such a tragedy for the TikTok creators. I mean, surely someone will come up with another platform for these people to migrate to, right? I mean, it's
there is apparently a big migration happening right now, right? It's funny. Yeah, ironically enough, another just a straight up Chinese app, like no bullshit about it, where it's
you mean TalkTick?
No,
yeah,
It's that mustache. Yeah, it's me, TalkTick, America.
Yeah,
cool.
Right. But see, I guess that's kind of like that's what they were saying TikTok was like, it's a backdoor for for China to get your information. But now they're like, okay, we're just gonna straight up go to I think it's called Xiaoyangshu or the red letter, something like that. Red Note.
What?
Which is like
Red
almost
letter.
It's almost like saying
someone that knows.
Yeah, it's like say like if there was a Nazi social media act, they're like, we're not Nazis, we're Zanies, or not Nazis, we're Nazis. Like it just it's so it's so on the nose.
It's red.
I believe currently it's currently it's just called Untitled Communist App on your Google Play.
Right. Like
Just download it. Just click here.
yeah,
That's all it is.
your
That's a
camera.
picture of, was it Xi Jinping as the cover of the?
Yeah. Like your camera doesn't actually ever shut off. Like once you open the app, your camera will be on 24/7. Your camera, your microphone is on location. Every service is turned on. So
And notice this when you go to sleep and starts posting pro-communist songs, so it like infiltrates your brain.
Right.
And the user agreement, you automatically opt into the People's Republic. There's no real choice. You're in.
Yeah.
As soon as
you swear your allegiance to the red state or whatever they call it.
I was gonna say, you renounce your citizenship of whatever home country you're in. You pledge allegiance to the Republic of China, and I've heard, I've heard that ultimately then like what they do is you have to learn Chinese. Like I that's what I heard. So crazy stuff. Absolutely.
Thank God we're getting rid of TikTok though.
Yeah. Gosh darn TikTok. Which is wild because it's like well, recently in the news, I think it's the US State Department has called TikTok.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh, they call TikTok. They call TikTok, or not TikTok. Tencent, yes, Tencent, which is the parent company of Riot, a Chinese
military
subsidiary contractor, which is true. It's just Tencent's actual parent company. Like Tencent's the parent company for Riot, but the company above that, they do have, or maybe it's Tencent itself, does have contracts with the Chinese government to create weapons and so forth. So it's one of those situations where the government is not wrong in this, but it's sort of one of those situations that is at the same time as like when you look at it, because people are trying to say like, well, what about other in America? Certain contracts are with the American government, like let's say hypothetically, let's just say something like a Ford or a Samsung or something like that, just random companies. They're like, well, we buy from those, and that's not a problem. And it's like, sure. Right. But the thing is that when you look at, I think people don't understand like the gravity of what social media and the propaganda that is not inherent propaganda that happens. It is not the propaganda where you're seeing like in every ad, a communist China banner that says "Join China now, death to democracy." But the thing is like I think we've talked about it before in the podcast is that TikTok in China is vastly different than the TikTok in America, and it's almost like degeneracy is now becoming a norm in social media. Like social media is people don't go to social media for, I just want to learn things. They want to see the degeneracy of society. And it's kind of weird that the algorithm in one country the same country uses the same app, but the algorithm in one is vastly different than the other. The data that they're collecting is, and people are like, well, American companies take data. Yeah, everybody steals data. It's the use of that data that is worrisome. And China is not a direct ally. They're not like one of our closest allies. And I think people don't understand that China is not our best friend. We don't sit there and high five China. Like we are cordial. We have a relationship with them, but we're not the best of friends. So it's a thin line of, what you give your data to. And me personally, I'd rather give my data to an American company that, they're going to find out stuff about me, but USA. Yeah.
Elon, take our information, Elon.
Elon, save us. Funny that
take
Elon,
that immigrant now. What are you talking about?
Well, funny thing is, Elon.
Send them back to
what are you
racist South Africa.
No, he's American as apple strudel. What are you talking about, buddy?
Right.
Come on, man.
Isn't this the guy that wants to import all of his talent now? Right? He wants to give the H-1B visas out to fire all the American workers and then offshore.
Well, to be fair, a lot of companies.
No, you don't understand. We just don't have any skilled people here in the U.S. There are no engineers.
There's no engineers. There are none. There's
no anything. I'm sorry. They have to bring them in from another country. It's impossible to find them.
But to be fair, in engineers, and I know people who, well, I've had conversations with people who actively hire people, engineers from other countries. Man, you talking about, I would say a cheaper labor force.
Yeah,
they are cheap. Like,
they are so cheap. Yeah,
yeah. What you have to pay like a software developer here is like pennies to the on the dollar, or pennies on the dollar to a person in India or any other foreign country, like a third world country, where they are like, you're giving them, what we would consider minimum wage here. They're living like kings and queens over there. They're like, holy shit, like I got a lot of money. So I could see that. But the funny thing is, when you brought up TikTok and Elon did put out a bid to buy TikTok. Now TikTok has came back and said there is no such deal, and we have no plans to sell to Mr. Elon Musk. I don't know if you guys, have you guys seen the fake Chinese guy that pretends he's Elon?
Yeah,
he looks like he's been doing skits. His skits have been ramping up all of a sudden. I wonder why, but so Elon said he put out a bid for TikTok, and now Mr. Beast has officially met with several other billionaires and wants to keep TikTok alive. Yeah. So he wants to buy TikTok now. So there's currently a bidding war for TikTok. Because the stipulation, I believe, that the American government has given TikTok is that they have to sell it to an American-owned company for them to operate still. And TikTok pretty much said, no, we're not doing that. And they countersued in the United States. And so that's still in litigation, but we'll see what happens. So Elon Musk might be the king of social media coming soon. If he can actually buy TikTok, he might be the new prince. He might be the new Tom of social media.
People actually like Tom though.
That's
Tom's actually cool about it, and like he got his money and fucked off.
Yeah,
and did his own thing.
Yeah, well, Elon, Tom also wasn't like reposting like Nazi shit on his personal feed. Yeah, there's a huge difference. Yeah,
yeah, it would be a shit show if Elon got it.
Oh Lord!
Officially the worst timeline for sure. I mean, it's
what happened?
It's because of his influence, right? Like, I don't personally care about him, obviously, but it's kind of like what happened with Twitter, where now it's just like it was bad before, but now it's just even worse because he's gonna allow the worst shit to just pop off, and then allow the worst shit to pop off on TikTok. Like, if he had that, I couldn't imagine what the algorithm would look like at that point.
Yeah,
oh my God.
I would
super fucking hateful. It'd be terrible to be any person of color or like any sort of like LGBT, all that stuff. Like, it would be fucking terrible for all of them. So,
well, personally, I don't even care. I don't even care about all the racist stuff on X and so forth, because it's always going to be there in some type of form and fashion. People are going to. People are going to.
It is.
It's more prevalent now.
Making its way into politics too.
Right, exactly.
Like, I'm hearing people like senators and everything talking to each other like they're in a fucking like Reddit fight. Right. And it's like, what the fuck is going on here?
That's gonna, unfortunately, that would influence like the people that are coming up next, right? So then all the politicians of the future are gonna be the same fucking cesspool scumbags that we already have, and it's like we don't want that. You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
That would be the worst outcome. So it will affect us. Like, if that were to happen, that would affect us down the line either way. Even like despite me not ever being on TikTok, or I never even go on Twitter, like that shit.
I mean, you're not, but like young people are.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Vast numbers they're into TikTok, like an insane amount of numbers they're into TikTok.
Yeah. And like, and then if that's what social media becomes as like the mainstream thing, is to be this fucking crazy bigoted place.
Yeah.
It'd be fucking terrible.
No, I feel you on that. I was saying I don't really care because it's always there. I just hate that. I feel like the usability of TikTok has gone down. I find so many little small errors and glitches that happen on TikTok, not TikTok, on X,
I was gonna say TikTok,
Twitter,
X.
Yeah, it's really annoying, and I'm just like, goodness gracious, like Elon, like he might pick the right people to pick to set up electric cars and so forth, and send rockets to space and we'd be able to catch him back here on Earth again. But man, he really sucks at social media optimization, and it's just I don't like it.
Well, didn't he like gut the company?
He did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so like, if you don't have the workforce to like constantly improve things, you know, you get what you get.
Yeah,
that's fair.
I mean, that's kind of what he wanted, right? He wanted to fucking dump it. I mean, there was like some, I don't even know all the details now, but it was almost on purpose. I mean, I think it was on purpose that he like lost a bunch of money that he didn't have, that he wasn't able to be taxed on. And then he was able to like, oh, well, I don't have any more money. So the shares that he used to buy TikTok wasn't taxable. I don't know. It was some weird ass thing. He fucking sucks. I don't really care.
I'm sure it's all legit. Don't worry about it. And if it wasn't legit, it will be. So don't worry about it.
Yeah, it will be.
Right.
He's gonna get pardoned.
True. Okay. Whatever he's doing will be legal, no matter what it is.
He will be pardoned all the same.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, our number one Elon Glazer is not here. The underground.
Yeah.
If he was here,
busy in his Elon mobile.
I don't know what we can say, but let's just say he will be extra glazy when we do see him for Mr. Musk.
Just mouth dripping.
I mean,
the
mouth is on the hose. Yeah. It is making sure not a drop comes out. So, we know who's the major glazer here. So, unfortunately, he's not here to defend his savior. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I mean, with like I said, going back to TikTok, we'll see what happens. For us old timers, if TikTok disappears, we don't lose anything. I mean, Instagram might slow down a little bit, but other than that, we will be just fine. This new generation of social media influencers, which is so crazy that people make money on social media. Back in the day when MySpace, we just sat there and used to add people to our top 6 or whatever just for the hell of it, not to make money on it. Now these kids are getting paid off of it, which is absolutely crazy. We might see a lot more people. McDonald's might have an influx of new workers. Just put my fries in the bag, bro.
It's happened before. Don't you remember what was that one? There was another like same thing, almost like TikTok, like short form videos where the polls became
Vine.
Famous.
Yeah, Vine.
Vine. So it's happened. It's not, it's nothing new. It's just this one, it's current, but it's happened.
But I think the difference is between Vine and TikTok was so much easier to be able to make money from that. It's such a big platform. While Vine was big, it wasn't nearly as big as what TikTok is. And the thing is, Vines weren't monetized, I don't think. So a lot of these creators, when they were doing it, they weren't making like a ton of money. But TikTok, people are making money left and right from not even doing like social media stuff, but selling things on TikTok as well. So the amount of people that you hear griping about TikTok is astronomically higher than you will see on what you saw on Vine. And then the big people that were big on Vine, they were able to make a living off of Instagram. With TikTok, and so I think it might be a little bit different. I think there's a lot of people who are TikTok famous, but not Instagram famous, because it's much harder probably to get found on Instagram. And also Instagram doesn't pay out as much as TikTok does. So, and a wild snake appears.
Howdy.
Hey, buddy. Glad you make it.
We're talking about the sale of TikTok here and how terrible it would be if fucking Elon Musk were to buy it.
Any thoughts?
Yeah, the only thing that makes me upset about the sale of TikTok is that we didn't get rid of Facebook and Instagram and all of the rest of them with it.
Okay, no. Well, that's the American Spy data collection company, so those are okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think that TikTok is just a fast track to degeneracy, and I believe that all we've done with social media is breed ADD and a lack of attention to people. But that's I didn't expect to have to go this hard right now.
You better be ready. I
told you, you better come ready.
Yeah.
Damn. No, social media is the devil. I freaking hate it. you know, and I've done this song and dance with you before. I think it's gonna be nice when. So it's like I gotta go to school once a week in the program I'm in, and I'm in school with a bunch of kids between the age of like 20 and 30. Oh, nobody freaking talks to each other. So they're on their phone. They're all goddamn day. Like, screw this.
Do you yell at them? These kids these days.
Yeah, you're like, you damn kids. Pull your pants off,
they call me old man, and they give me shit all day and night. And you know, I'll just, you know, back in my day, we didn't have to and you know, get off my lawn. Yeah, I said, hell yeah, I yell at them. Hell, I old man the shit out of them. It's like the most fun I get.
Yeah, it's this generation. I'm glad that we grew up in the generation we did, because we're getting to do both, right? We got to do the both without internet and all the stuff, social media, and now we get to enjoy it. But it's not. We're not going through pure brain rot, and then still expected to be functioning adults after that. So
yeah, you got to be a child without any influence, you know, unless what's around you physically. You know, like. You weren't on TV. Like I was talking to Dark Side at one point. Like there was a specific time where you had to like be ready to watch cartoons, right? Like Saturday morning block.
Yes.
Because after that, you know, good luck, it's gone. You had to wait another couple of days before you could see cartoons again.
Exactly.
Nowadays, you just pop Netflix and there you go. You can have all the cartoons you've ever wanted.
You have it when you want it.
Yeah. That's it was funny because I was watching. I have this anime site that I go to, totally legal, totally legit. And yet they have animes that I was literally just typing in random animes, like, you know, Sailor Moon, the 7 Dragon Balls, boom, popped up. Like Blue Gender, you know, something that came out in like the 90s. I was able to get it instantly. I was Escaflowne. The original series. I'm like, as a kid, I remember having to watch it on like the WB, and some days it would show up, some days it wouldn't. And now I can watch all this crap at any time at just, you know, a few clicks. It is absolutely mind-boggling. You know, the world that we live in. So yeah, like I said, I'm happy at our age we can just chill. We have both. While these kids, they're done for. So crazy times for sure. All right, so now that we got the tiki-taki out the way, let's go ahead, unless you guys have another story that you guys want to talk about.
I was going to bring up, it's the only other relevant story I could think of, and some of it just seems to be popping off now. Just your quick takes. Switch 2, I don't know if we talked about it, but there was a reveal for it. But not a reveal, like official. There's a massive
leak where the third party vendor was like, "Hey, they're like, hey, so blah blah blah," and people were like, "What the fuck? That's not a regular Switch." Like the shit was transforming in people's eyes.
Yeah. So they kind of stole the thunder from Nintendo, and like apparently announcement imminent, and there's like they're mass producing Switch, so we'll definitely see it. I don't want to ruin anyone's list here coming up, but the chatter around, have you guys seen the mock-up for it?
Yes.
Some pictures.
I mean, there's not much to go on. It still looks like the classic Switch, right? And I guess you don't want to fuck with something that's, you know, pretty great to begin with. But I just found it funny that like Nintendo's thunder got stolen in a way that's very un-Nintendo-like, where they just everything's so tight, nothing is revealed, and some jackass at CES or whoever it was. Yeah, it's just people. Like, I mean, it's crazy. It was absolutely crazy.
Well, the rumor is that they're gonna show it on Thursday, right?
Yeah. I mean, now they're in a position where they have to, like, but you know what? It sounds like. Get in front of it, but it sounds like they were pretty close to revealing it anyways. Like we're in the window.
They've been talking about Switch 2 for like the last year. Yet every month I'm hearing Switch 2. You know, they're announcing, they're talking about it. We knew it was coming. This isn't nobody's jaw dropped because, you know, there's a Switch 2 slight release, whatever.
No.
We're all sitting here just like, okay, just tell us when.
Right. Yeah. But you gotta remember, people are, you know, these review companies are putting on like gag order. They can't talk about it until the gag order gets lifted. So the fact that I forgot which company it was. I remember it's a pretty big publisher or pretty big manufacturer.
They make peripherals,
right?
They make peripherals or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say like maybe Logitech or something like that. I mean, it's not a small company. So the thing is that they leaked it, which is absolutely crazy. Like, I don't know who in their right mind, like there's so many steps that you have to do before you get to CES. Yeah. And like, there's so many people before products get placed in front of a mass audience, there should be many people that it needs to pass. And it's just surprising that not one person said, wait a minute, guys, we're about to show off some tech and use an actual model that has not been showcased whatsoever in the slightest. We're going to use this for our demonstration that's going to be recorded and put on the internet. Like, it would be one thing if they did it behind like a closed curtain event. This was on the show floor.
Fully photographed by a million people. And it just, but like Snake said, it's the least, like the worst kept secret. Like, everyone knew it was coming. And like, literally the switch to, I mean, it would have come out. I think the news is that it would have come out last year. They just weren't ready to mass distribute it, like mass produce them, and until they had enough of them to announce. So I think they're probably verging on the like too many people already knowing about it, and I'm just thinking of like how many fires they had to put out, amongst their partners, and not revealing it too early, and they're this close to like whatever reveal window is going to be in spring or whatever. But yeah, I mean, hopefully, the news is very soon.
The publisher was Genki, or the peripheral company was Genki.
Genki?
Yeah, Genki.
All right. Well, Thursday, I mean, we'll see, but very soon we should. Was it tomorrow or Thursday?
It's tomorrow's
Thursday.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, shoot. All right. Well, we might have something to talk about very soon then. All right, we'll see.
Thank you. You're about to say something?
Switch 2?
Yeah, I'll put $20 on it right now. There won't be nothing to talk about.
You don't think so?
Absolutely not. The Switch was a trash system to begin with. It should have cooked for another year, and I'll die on that hill.
Okay, well, really quick. There was an article that came out 2 days ago from the most trusted news source.
Snake came in way too hot today.
Way too hot.
Way too no landing gear. He just came in and he's just on fire right now.
Yeah. I was ready to relax and you hit me with the fucking TikTok thing, and I've been raging on TikTok for like 4 years. Like I've been raging against TikTok for 4 years. I'm like, all right, screw first gear, let's hit fifth. Let's go.
All right, so really quick, Genki, a report came out from the most trusted news source in video game entertainment, IGN. IGN says that Genki came out, pretty much said that Genki did not sign a non-disclosure agreement with Nintendo, so it has nothing to worry about. When the initial reveal happened, Nintendo lawyers actually took a visit to the booth of Genki, allegedly. And
I wish I was there.
And apparently, Nintendo told CNET that the gaming hardware that Genki presented as Nintendo hardware at CES is unofficial and was not provided to the company by us. So it seems like they're saying that it was a very nice mock-up, but it was not the actual Switch 2. So I feel like that's a cope. It's just like
those Nintendo representatives also reminded Genki that accidents happen in life, and you should be careful going out to your car today. That's all they said.
Yeah, right. So, like for some reason that they looked at the booth or looked at the photos online, and they said, hey, we know. So when Nintendo happened, well, I'm assuming what happens, Nintendo had a meeting. They're like, we know these videos and photos are obviously fake. That's not the real Switch. We're gonna send lawyers there to check up on this and have a conversation with some people for a thing that is totally not real. We did not produce this whatsoever. But we're going to send people out there just to let Genki know at the CES booth, because we couldn't just have this conversation over email. But we're going to send actual lawyers to CES to validate this and where they got it from. So it's a crazy story all the same. I don't understand how this happened, but it is what it is. So hopefully we get to see a Switch 2 soon, but if we don't, it is what it is. I mean, it's the poorest surprise of consoles that I think we've seen in a while. So it is what it is.
Yeah. You guys think they're calling it Switch 2 or the Super Switch?
The Switch U.
No.
Switch U.
Switch U.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Terrible marketing.
Yeah. Well, the funny
who knows what the hell Nintendo's gonna do? They could go any direction. There's no rhyme or reason to that company half the time.
The Super Switch Famicom.
For all we know, it'll be made out of cardboard. We don't know anything about this company and what they do. They just whatever they feel like.
Yeah, we're gonna do some. What was that? What's that VR thing that they had?
Virtual Boy.
Yeah, the Switch Virtual Boy.
Right.
And it's a battery pack that you put on your back and play in 3D with a whole bunch of red lines. So
what if they team up with Neuralink? And that way it's like really immersive.
Putting your brain.
Yeah, that would be kind of dope. Talk about really quick.
Wait.
Starlink, by the way, this is slight news. And do you guys hear that Starlink, like, China is suing Elon Musk and potentially banning Starlink in China because Starlink, the American DoD, the Army had put out a report saying that Starlink could actually detect stealth fighters across the world, and that it compromises stealth fighter missions or stealth fighter operations. So China wants to ban Starlink and pretty much sue Elon Musk for having that capability and pretty much compromising their $1 million aerial vehicles and so forth. Have you guys heard about that?
Let China go to war with Elon Musk, please. Please just let them go eat each other and burn each other. And, just please let them burn billions upon billions into each other.
That would be,
and maybe both can fade away into nothing.
No, it won't happen, because what's going to happen is that Elon, if Starlink fails, Tesla fails and all that, he's going to become a PoE2 hardcore gamer. He's gonna be the top Twitch streamer of all time.
He's gonna hire somebody.
Did you mention how many hours he put into his character to get it to that level?
It takes hundreds of hours.
That's why because he's a serious player.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Well, no, not. Well, the thing is, he did.
Is it verified that this character actually exists?
It does. It did exist. I saw.
Okay.
I looked. You can look on the leaderboards. You can go PoE2, and you can see when his character died, and it was like in the top.
And we
10.
know it's Elon.
Yeah, because the name matches what he played with, so you can see the name.
Okay.
You can see the character that he logged in.
Go on any leaderboard and say, yeah, I'm Jerk Store 26 or whatever. I don't know.
The names are unique. So I mean, and he was
the theory
playing.
Is that like he probably paid someone to level his character up for him.
No,
and then when he finally decided to play for the first time, and he got his ass killed.
Dare you accuse the richest man on earth of paying to play?
You think that a billionaire can afford it monetarily, and then second, afford to ruin his integrity by having somebody play the game for him? No way.
What was his build like, actually? If it was like just beyond dumb, I'm sure that it was him.
I think he was a monk. I don't know what monk he was. I briefly looked. I was more watching other people talking about the situation. But he was one of the most OP builds. The crazy thing about that is that, you have your bank tabs. There was a tab that said Elon's maps, and everybody's like, that's a little bit of a red flag. Who refers to themselves when you say, "Hey, this is Eric, this is Cream's or Eric's tabs"? Like, that's weird.
In all fairness, he seems like the guy that talks in third person.
Sure, yeah, he does.
I would not be surprised if
don't put it past him. Sure, don't put it past him. It's just weird. And then like the way that he calls certain things, like, granted, I call like waystones different things sometimes, but like you wouldn't like. All the things that he did, it did trigger for a person. If you play hundreds of hours on a character, you guys know I've put in 200 plus hours into PoE2, which is just pretty much in beta right now. I put 200 plus hours in. There's certain things you just know what to do. Like before you go into these harder maps at the end game, you know to clear your inventory out because you're going to be pulling in you're going to get unique things. You don't want to have your inventory full trying to click something just in case you may die or whatever else. Like there's important things, like very valuable things that dropped, and he just walked past it like it was nothing. And then like certain thing, like he didn't like in PoE 2, your item level doesn't dictate how strong an item is. Like an item could be level 50, even though your character is at level 100, doesn't mean that item at level 50 is indicative of how strong it is. Like an item can be level 52 and be the strongest that the item can be. But Elon's sitting there like, yeah, he was like, I'm a level 80. I'm a level 92. You know, I could get better gear. This item's only an item 64. Well, I am level 64. And then like when you look at it, that is one of the rarest items in the game. Literally one of the strongest items in the game. And if you're a regular player, you will be creaming yourself to having that item. Like you'll be busting. And want to be, you're like, you busting, showing it to everybody. But Elon's like, yeah, it's only a level 54. Like, dude, this thing costs like in the currency of the game, like literally could cost you thousands of dollars. But he's like, yeah, it's only level 54. I could do so much better. How, bitch? Like it just irritates me how
you're too poor to understand. So I mean,
true,
right?
True, yeah. Right. And then it's funny, he died to things that he should. If he's been playing for hundreds of hours, he died to something that he shouldn't have died to.
I don't know why we're talking about this. Elon Musk is the most trustworthy, reputable person I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I don't know why we're even having this discussion. The man played all those hours. That's it.
Remember, he was one of the top Quake players in the world at one point. He was a Diablo 4 god as well. So I mean, this guy is funny. Is like everybody. I just hate people. Like people are like, oh, Elon's a genius. He's literally the Albert Einstein of our current generation. And I'm like, no. If you
hear him speak, I'm like, okay. When you hear him talk to actual smart people, that's when like the whole facade comes off. When you hear him talk to like an actual smart person, like, oh yeah, he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, idiot.
He just has a lot of money.
Yeah, he's just in the room with the people. Like if you're around doctors, you can actually eventually talk doctor jargon to an extent. But yeah, he's an actual idiot, and I'm just like, God, he's so annoying. But hey, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, but if he ever wants to sponsor the podcast, but hey, I'm not gonna.
Absolutely. Hey, turn that money. Hell no, baby.
Yeah, turn the hose.
Pimping Teslas. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, turn the hose all the way on. There's gonna be a lot of glazing.
Really stick it in Ed's craw. If we got a Tesla sponsorship, he didn't.
That's our only stipulation. Everyone gets a Cybertruck except Ed, and that's how we take the sponsorship.
I think we would officially. We've done a lot of things that I think that will officially lose his friendship forever.
He would go Dark Ed for sure. Like, the transition to Dark Edward.
Yeah, he'd be like forfeit the game. It was like, oh shit, here we go again. He's about to freestyle. Yeah, he's about to freestyle all of us. All right, let's get into our main topic for today. So last year last episode, we did our top 5 things that we loved of 2024, and as pure Blrd podcast tradition, we're going to talk about the 5 things that we are most anticipating for 2025. So the format's still gonna be the same. We're gonna go talk about our number 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Snake, because he is an anarchist, he's going to probably do it in no particular order, but that's fine, and we love him for that. So
laziness is what it is.
Yeah,
you called that. You absolutely called that.
Yeah, see, I already know. But yeah, let's go ahead and kick this off. So since I'm already talking, I guess I would just go first. Yeah, and this is no troll pick this time. Number 5, my number 5 thing I'm really excited for this year is the Fantastic Four. Yeah, I mean, this is something that's new. I am not like a huge Fantastic Four fan. It's not like I'm sitting there like, oh my god, like Sue Storm, oh, Johnny, oh, I love them all. But no, I really do.
I mean, have you seen Sue Storm in Marvel Rivals though?
I have, and she got some. I love it when she's not invisible. I mean, she got some cake on her. I mean,
she got to go
For an
on.
invisible woman, y'all are making some fucking crazy noises right now.
oh, I mean, we're just getting our honest opinion.
You clearly haven't seen it. So,
Yeah.
all right, but keep going.
Yeah,
but I have to look it up now.
Yeah, no, and actually, it's funny because the body model for Sue Storm, and also I believe she does. They do the same body model for Cloak and Dagger. She's like, hey, I'm a model for both two characters in the game. It's pretty dope. And people didn't believe that was her body, so she's like, hey, I'm gonna put on a bodysuit so you guys can see that I have the same dimensions as the character, and blah blah blah. She's like, I got the contract and everything. Well, she does have the body dimensions of those characters, but no, I really do want to see what Marvel does with the Fantastic Four. We obviously have gotten the previous Fantastic Four, I believe, in the 90s. Well, I think it was 90s, like early 2000s, and then the Abomination that was Fox. They did their version of Fantastic Four, so we really haven't gotten a really good Fantastic Four movie since probably the first one. So this one, I'm really looking forward to. I want to see what Marvel does. I want to see what Kevin Feige does. This has a lot of potential and a lot of possibilities. So I am really, really looking forward to that. So yeah, that's my top. That's my number 5. Who wants to go next?
What was the order last time?
I'll go next. My number 5 is The Wolfman. I've always liked the weird monster movies. I think this is gonna be more like the last. Has anyone here watched The Last Invisible Man?
Yeah, it was great.
I haven't seen.
Yeah, it's great.
Invisible Man.
It grounds it more. It's not as fantastic, and it makes sense, and it makes sense why it's so creepy. Because basically, like an abusive, boyfriend billionaire that finds a way to become invisible so he can stalk his, the abusee, and you're like, that's so fucked up on so many levels, right? So they're grabbing the same aspect, but it seems like now it's like a camping, like a guy and his family camping, and he's turning into a werewolf. And knowing how dark they can get in with these kind of newer retellings, I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up like eating his family or something. But it's a really cool, interesting movie. I enjoyed the last werewolf movie with what's it called?
Benicio del Toro.
Yeah.
That was like 10 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
After then? Exactly.
There hasn't been,
right?
Hasn't been anything.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like looking forward to it. I'm really interested to see what they're gonna do with this new retelling. A little more grounded, not as big theatrical retelling of the Wolfman.
The reviews are already out for it, right?
No,
I mean,
I tried not to.
It's coming out tomorrow, right? Isn't it out tomorrow?
I think it's either it was out last week or this week.
This week.
Yeah,
that's okay. All right. Well, I mean,
I haven't watched it yet, but yes, I'm very, very excited.
Yeah, I saw some. I read some of the reviews for it. I think you'll like it. I think it's been well received.
All right, I'll go next. For my number 5, and a lot of stuff like moved around, and we had a fight for number 5 and 6, but I'll put it in here, and you guys tell me if you think it'll happen this year. But it needs to happen this year. The
year of the Xbox.
It's the year of the Xbox for sure, but I don't think it's gonna be
One Piece Netflix thing.
No, One Piece didn't make my list. I'm going for the classic. I'm going for the classic here. I haven't really gamed as much as you
Part
guys.
3.
Part 3. Oh shit, was that this year?
Was it?
I'm gonna need more time for this list. No, I'm going with Grand Theft Auto 6. I'm going with Grand Theft Auto 6.
That was Sam.
I dropped the ball. I forgot it was coming out.
That was one of my.
That's on the release list for this year. Yeah,
it's supposed to be coming out this year.
Look, all right, yeah, it is quarter 4. Now, it's possible get delayed. But I think with the amount of hype, the amount of like time they've had, it's completely at their leisure that they've announced it. I feel like they wouldn't have announced it if they were close enough to release. And Grand Theft Auto is such a behemoth entertainment release that it's not something that they can just move around and like, oh, see, we're rescheduling, because it probably affects tons of other like industries that are trying to get the fuck out of its way, or like fucking Doritos and Pepsi and Mountain Dew, whatever. Like
they cream over this.
Yeah. No,
let me assuage your fears. I can guarantee you it's going to come out this year. With the company culture at Rockstar, they are already crunching to make that happen.
Well, it's been
I mean, they've given up the date, right? So they have to hit it. The hype level, they have to be feeling it. I mean,
well, still
no pressure.
The amount of money they're gonna make, they don't have pressure. I mean, they pressure us.
Yeah, they do pressure us.
They could delay it, and it's fine. Like
people will be understanding. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, the benchmark they have to hit is greatest entertainment release of all time. That's where they have to hit. So, and you know what? People are saying they don't even have to. They will hit it in pre-orders.
Oh yeah,
they will exceed that.
Absolutely.
So at this point, I'm fairly confident they're going to release it. But yeah, it's probably the only game. I mean, there's a lot of good games. You guys might cover some of them, but for me, that's like the last thing. And who knows if I can conquer that hill anymore? But I'd love to just try it out, see how that looks. But that'll be my number 5.
Nice.
All right.
For me, my number 5. Yeah, I think my number 5. I was kind of debating because I didn't have too much, but anyway, it was a movie. 28 years later. Pretty hyped for that one. I haven't seen the prequels in a hot minute. Yeah, like I haven't seen like 28 Days and Weeks in a hot minute, but I do remember those being some of my favorite zombie films. So kind of seeing the announcement for that was pretty exciting. So it looks really good.
Great.
Yeah.
Who's directing this one?
Danny fucking Boyle.
Isn't Danny Boyle still?
Yeah.
Hang on. I got one more for you. Alex Garland's on the writer's list.
Crazy.
Yeah. So
I thought he was retiring.
Yeah.
This is gonna be interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know Danny Boyle.
I'm just gonna interrupt you.
Go ahead.
I got 28 years later at number 5.
There you go.
Interesting.
We got Danny Boyle, Alex Garland, Ralph Fiennes, Aaron Taylor Johnson. Like these are all people who are just hit.
It has the recipe. Like I said, the trailer alone, it's not just the visuals in the trailer were so like different from the last 2 movies, and I like that they managed to like convey like certain feelings from the last 2 movies and still present something entirely new and fitting for like 28 years later. Makes me excited, obviously, and everyone involved really makes me excited for that. So hype for sure. All right, that brings us back to Mr. Creamcast for number 4.
Yeah, talking about really quick about 28 the 28 days, weeks and years franchise. I recently watched 28 Days Later. That movie still holds up to this day. Is still a fantastic movie in of itself. When you, especially in an echo chamber of like horror, action type movies and suspense to an extent, absolutely beautiful movie. And I used to like 28 Weeks Later more than 28 Days Later. Obviously the intro for 28 Weeks Later is one of the best intros I think to any horror movie I've ever seen in my life. But man, 28, it's rare for a horror series to be good. And granted, it's only been 2 movies, so I mean, I say no. It's still rare for a sequel to do just as good and be better than the original. And the fact that there's so much hype for this third one, it's definitely my top 10. But I cannot wait for this movie. This is definitely something we're gonna have to review immediately on the Blur podcast.
Yeah.
But my number 4 is Superman. I am, as you guys know, I am a Man of Steel fan, and I am hate watching this Superman movie just because it's not my boy, the Calvarine. But I am so excited for this. I love Superman just because of the fact that we've discussed it before. He's one of the hardest superheroes to do, right? I mean, what do you do with a person that's practically invincible to almost everything other than, getting his ass whooped, but he can just fly and get, a couple rays of sunshine and be back to full strength again. But no, I'm really excited for this. I'm really excited to see what James Gunn is going to do. I feel like there's been so much love for like Batman, within the DC universe, but I mean, Superman is obviously one of their heavy hitters. He is part of the holy trinity of the DC universe. So I'm really, really excited about this. I recently watched Guardians of the Galaxy 3 again, and I just loved how James Gunn took a relatively obscure villain like the High Evolutionary, and made him I don't say as a hateful character, but he did it in such a compelling way. So the fact that to see what he can do with the Superman universe, I'm really excited for. So that's my number 4.
Gotcha.
All right, Green Tutor.
Solid.
My number 4 is the Fantastic Four. First Steps. Same thing. I've been waiting a long time. I want to see what Disney does. It's interesting casting, and I'm really interested to see what is Doctor Doom going to be in this?
No.
No, it's not confirmed.
No,
it's not confirmed.
No.
Who's the villain?
Galactus.
That's the thing, though. There's like so few things that I've seen.
Who? I don't think
Galactus.
Oh, Galactus.
So we don't know.
Right.
We don't know to what extent. We know Silver Surfer's in, so Silver Surfer's there.
Galactus is in it. They've shown. Yeah,
I'm looking at casting for Galactus, so we got that much.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you're right in that the plot has not been fully leaked, but Silver Surfer and Galactus play a part in it. So, I mean, they could go in many different directions. It doesn't even need to have a villain. I don't even need it to have a villain. Just tell a good story. You know what I mean? They can do a lot of cool stuff with it. And I guess with that, I'll say that's also my number 4, Fantastic Four. So, same, all the reasons that you said. It's the most the most hype I am for a Marvel movie this year. There's some good ones coming out, but that is the one, aside from X-Men, like there's like a couple boxes I want to still take off. X-Men would be the ultimate one, but Fantastic Four, waiting a long time for them to integrate it into the MCU, and I have a lot of faith in them doing it right. And everything they've shown looks like it's going to be fun. That's the thing with Fantastic Four. Don't need to be dark and gritty. Don't need to be unnecessarily like even end of the world. Like, even though they deal with a lot of end of the world, end of the universe stuff, it's really about this family, and that's why I said, like, they've already nailed it with Incredibles. You know what I mean? They kind of done it. Disney has. So if they can get all the stuff together properly, and it seems like they are, very excited for it. So that's my number 4 as well.
Who's writing that? Do we know? Is it
a writer? No clue. No? It is Feige, but I don't know who wrote it.
He's the creative director, so I mean, he obviously has a lot of say, but I don't know if he's the actual
writers listed are Peter Cameron, Josh Friedman, and Jeff Kaplan. Can you tell I have ADD? I've only got like 18 fucking tabs open.
Wait, no, the director is Matt Shackman.
You said writer.
Wait.
Oh, you said writer. Oh, you said writers. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about directors. My fault.
Look, at the end of the day, it's a Marvel movie too, so I don't know how much writers matter, since it's like
there's 100 unlisted people there. Yeah,
unlisted, you got to give credit to AI too, and somewhere there. So hey, as long as it's good, as long as we're entertained, okay.
The director for it is just to give some of the director's work. Because it doesn't matter how great it's written. If it's directed poorly, then it takes you out of it takes you out of the movie. But so also was a director for Monarch, Legacy of Monsters, was a director on Game of Thrones. WandaVision he was a director for WandaVision. WandaVision wasn't the directing. Cinematography for WandaVision wasn't bad.
This is standard Marvel MCU where they hire like cheaper directors because they need jobbers to get the job basically done. Because like I said, it already has a style guide. Kevin Feige has a style guide. They just need someone to manage the shoot basically, right? So and that's standard operating procedure for good old MCU. But we'll see. Maybe he'll add some kind of personal flair. I hope it looks like it has a little bit of a flair with the 60s retro style, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
In
the episodes that he directed, I'm looking rank wise. I mean, they're all mid-level, like 6 and 7s and so forth. So yeah, this is not. He's not horrible.
He's probably just, like I said, he's probably just a competent person they can trust, and you know what I mean. Like, but you know what? I'm pulling for him. This is an opportunity. Hopefully, he stands out from the pack. But they do this all the time. Like, who is the fucking director of Thor: The Dark World, our favorite movie with Malekith? Like, I mean, it's just. I believe it was a Game of Thrones director at the time because that was hot. So that's what they do. They just churn them out. You just enter them into the machine, and they pop out the other side. Unless your name is Russo, no one knows who the fuck you are in the Marvel movie universe. So anyways,
let's strike his name from history. But all right, who's next? Bandito? Is it
Bandito? Bandito.
So my number 4, it's a game. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of it. You guys
ever heard of it?
No, it's called Avowed.
I think I've heard of it. Yes,
Avowed. Okay,
it's coming from Obsidian Entertainment. Because I'm playing through a game right now, The Outer Worlds that they made, which wasn't really like super. It didn't like set the world on fire, but I'm still enjoying it for like what it is. It's kind of like
that game is style. Great.
Yeah, I'm really, and one of the things I love, like you can. All right, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Oh no, sorry. No, I was thinking. I like the fact that they know how to world build, right? Yes. Same thing like Fallout New Vegas. Probably the best Fallout of the new modern ones. Like everything, like you remember the characters, the settings, everyone's memorable. Same thing, Outer Worlds. They find a way to give every character like their own little personality. Yeah, and you're actually. I had way more fun playing the Outer Worlds than I did playing. What's the other one from Bethesda?
Like Fallout.
No, the space one.
Oh, Starfield. Yes,
Starfield. Yeah, Starfield.
Yeah, that's definitely. I'm enjoying this way more than Starfield, which is crazy because Starfield may have more like feature-rich content, I guess. But I love how focused the Outer Worlds is because it's not like super huge, but it's pretty dense. Like the stuff that they have crafted is like really well done. And one of the things is like someone said that the director, he loves being able to like kill everybody in the game. So the game allows you to just destroy everyone. Yeah. Like, all the NPCs, like it does not matter and still complete the game, which I think is hilarious. I don't even play like that because that's just not my style. But being able to do that and like complete quests or botch quests that way is just really hilarious.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Is Obsidian the company that was created by? Did they do Fallout New Vegas?
Yeah.
They did Fallout. Okay. Now, are they like?
We literally just said that.
Yeah.
Oh, welcome to the podcast.
Hello, Ed.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up. But listen, seriously. The I didn't hear you say New Vegas. I don't know what else you were saying. It was what I was gonna say is the Bethesda. You mentioned Starfield. Like the people, like is that the company that like absorbed like people who left Bethesda and like formed their own thing, and that's why like some of those Fallout games have not hit. Is that?
Yeah, well, so Bethesda they originally created like the Fallout games, and then they kind of, I think they hired or they maybe contracted out Fallout New Vegas to Obsidian. I'm not sure exactly how.
So Obsidian was around. So it wasn't made up from like veterans out of Bethesda, right?
It may be, but I don't know if those people like left Bethesda at some point because Bethesda is still around, but Obsidian did also get acquired by Microsoft, so they're both owned. They're both owned.
So Avowed is going to be exclusive, right, to Xbox and PC, probably.
Yeah, most likely. Yep.
We'll see.
Although
the
previous
hot rumor,
really good.
Yeah, it
hot rumor on the street is Halo is on the way to PlayStation.
Yeah, but not just any Halo.
That would be
but not just any Halo. It's the Master Chief Collection. So Master Chief Collection, which covers everything other than I think Halo 5 and Infinity. Which a lot of people are kind of like, what the hell? Give us everything if you're going to give us Halo. But Halo is
those are like Halo's finest hour. That's what you're gonna port over. Like, no, be the other way. You'd port like the lesser Halo games. Like if you said, "Oh, fucking ODST is going up PlayStation," nobody would give a shit.
Fuck?
Or like Reach or something. But like if you're gonna port 1, 2, and 3, the classics, the ones that made the fucking Xbox, that's I feel is a slap in the face. But I'll believe it when I see it. But it sure seems like it's happening.
Now. Halo fans have been living in disappointment and being slapped in the face for years now. They've had what? two games, two series on a TV show, and like the last oh god, it was so bad. I could go on for days about how bad that was. It was like my favorite. Like I wasn't even watching it out of spite by the end. I was like jaw on the floor, just like chugging beers, like this is fucking terrible, and I gotta know what they're doing with it. It was bad.
We were there. We were there.
I know, and like I'm still baffled. Anyway, it's been like 5 or no, it's been so much longer. It's solid 7 years of disappointment for Halo fans, at least.
Well, the thing is,
go ahead. Sorry. I was gonna say disappointment is one thing, but like, is there a bigger sign that Microsoft does not give a shit about your to the hardcore Halo fans that are standing by with their Xbox from day one? Like, isn't this the biggest Gears of War? No, they're not gonna port that because they see a feature in it, or Call of Duty's on everything, but like, I just man, Halo. Once upon a time, it was right next to the Mario there. It was on the top.
Yeah.
It was the mascot. Look at you now.
Well, the thing is like with Halo, right? I mean, Microsoft might be going through a similar thing like Sega, right? Sega could not do console sales. So what did they do? They started still publishing their games, licensing their games out, and then and their characters, and then having different publishers. Sony was the publisher, but then they'll have other developers be underneath their umbrella to create other games with the Sega moniker. So it's almost like as Nostradamus had once said that Sega Microsoft was going to be pretty much a Netflix. It's going to try to possibly go the Netflix route of trying to get to be the marketplace for consoles. Almost like how Steam is today for PC. So it's it seems like that it possibly may be going that route. And I think this is not a bad move, right? Looking at community results of people who have done, like IGN on like community polls on what's the best Halo 3 is number one winner, which I think everybody would say. Halo 3 is number one winner, Halo 2, and then Halo Reach, which Halo Reach I'm a little surprised about being number 3. But then Combat Evolved, just the regular updated Halo, and then Halo Infinite. So an ODST, number 6, Halo 4 being 4, 5, Halo Wars 2, Spartan Assault, and then Halo Spartan Strike. So I mean, for the Master Chief Collection, the majority of the top Halos are being ported over, which I think is a great move for Microsoft to do, right? So I am not upset about this. I think this is good overall for Microsoft to do, because you're getting to a point where you have to, if Halo sales cannot survive just off Xbox alone, it's nothing wrong with them trying to branch out and bring, like, almost, I don't say it's a last ditch effort because I think there's still a lot of life in Microsoft, but it's still a good effort for them to bring in more people. So,
well, I mean, your Sega example is actually really good because I mean, just the you would have written off and just the character of Sonic in that franchise, you would have written him off, right? And now they have survived long enough to become a $1 billion film franchise that has integrated themselves into like young kids' minds. So they're back into like relevancy, not through video games, but through like another medium. But they only survived, through like doing what you said. You know what I mean? Otherwise, they would have died. So maybe this is the correct way to survive. It just seems like Microsoft, for being as big as, I mean, the difference between Microsoft and Sega, you know what I mean? Like the difference between those two, it's just crazy to see that. If I'll believe it when I see it, but when that day comes, that'll be pretty crazy to experience.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Snake number 4. I think
I don't know. So like I literally threw this list together over the last 3 hours. So like just bear with me here. Again, in no particular order. Severance season 2.
Yeah.
Severance. What is
this Friday?
One
of the best TV shows on the.
It's on Apple TV.
Apple TV. I just gotta call this out real quick. Before I begin here. Dark Side, fuck you in particular for introducing me to Lost, which ruined television for me forever.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Severance.
Yeah.
Good Lord, did like there was easily over a decade and a half there where like I didn't watch anything unless it was a completed series, and over the last couple of years, like I've been getting sucked into a few things, and Severance is the new Lost for me. I'm sucked in. I'm in. Yeah. I'm dialed for it. It's every episode's a new question, and I love it. It's cool. It's great, and they're gonna disappoint the shit out of me, and I know they are. But here I am, just frothing at the mouth for it. I'm ready.
Funny thing. Oh, I didn't realize. I didn't know what this was. I did see this on Instagram. They did in the last day or two. They did a stunt or an ad for Severance, where the actors were put into like a glass office in the middle of Grand Central, and they were in character and doing their own thing in like this little 2x4 or 2x2 like cubicle space in the middle of Grand Central, surrounded by like plexiglass, and they were just doing office things in the office, but it garnered a lot of hypes. And I saw that. I didn't know what this was. I was like, okay, this looks weird. I'm like, is this like supposed to be like an art exhibit? But I see that it is the Severance cast that did that. So I'll check it out.
The less you know, the better. Just dive in and ride the wave.
Okay. If Snake likes it, I think I'll enjoy it. So
I think you'll like it.
You'll love it.
It's not bright. I won't say it's like it's dark Creamcast, but like it's dark.
Okay. Yeah. What was like House of Cards? I remember watching that, and it got real dark real quick, and I was like, hell fucking yeah. Like, this is shit I like. And people were getting pushed in front of trains and dying. I'm like, hell yeah. And my wife was like, oh my God, you're rooting for the bad guy. I'm like, do you not know who I am? I'm Dark Cream. And she was like, Dark Cream. She's like, who the fuck is Cream? I was like,
start listening to Linkin Park.
Yeah.
Wait for the twist at the end of season 1. You'll lose it.
Okay.
You'll love it.
I'll look forward to that.
You won't know what to do with yourself. You'll love it.
Well, see, the good thing is I don't have to wait. So the thing is, the season 2 coming out, I can go season 1. Oh my God, I'm so surprised. And let's jump into season 2. And it's less shock. So, okay, cool.
Good pick. Number 3. Oh shoot. Let me see. I have my list. All right. Number 3 is a video game. I spent a lot of time with this game in the past. And this game has not been given it's one of those things like, oh, it's coming out this year. Oh, it's coming out the following year.
And we literally been waiting for this game for, I think this game came out, the first game came out in like 2018. And now is there this sequel is probably not happening. Yeah. So Hollow Knight Silk Song is my number 3.
That's definitely
this is even on the list is a crime.
No,
are you out of your mind?
Yeah.
Yes.
It says basically vaporware.
Are you trying to manifest? You're trying to manifest it into 2025?
Yes, you know what? Yeah, if we all start praying to Silk Song, maybe it'll appear.
Yeah, right.
Creamcast. We there's a rare exception. We'll allow you to swap something out now, and we feel sorry for you. So this is your opportunity to just bump something in if you want. But yeah, it's definitely a 2027, 2026 ish.
That is a bananas pick.
I know it's and the funny thing is there has been zero confirmation.
They ain't talking about it.
Like Team Cherry has not said a damn thing about this game.
They are very specifically not giving a date for this, and there's many reasons why.
Yes. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, as you guys obviously know the hype of Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight was for those that don't know about Hollow Knight, it was one of the most phenomenal Metroidvania games to come out in current generation. I put so many hours in DLC and everything else. I think I played the game at least twice through, and yes, such a phenomenal game. And the soundtrack is one of the few soundtracks I've listened to like outside the game, like in my own personal space or working. I will listen to it. Even to this day, I watched a White Palace run, and if you know anything about Hollow Knight, White Palace is definitely a 2D technical masterpiece to get through that, especially when you're trying to speed run it, and it's a phenomenal experience. So Silk Song, I've been waiting. I hope this game comes out before I die. That's all I want.
You know what's great about doing this podcast, and like you said, this episode we're doing right now is a tradition. We do it every year. Someone can do a supercut of the last 3 episodes we did of this. Silk Song is on every year. Every year you've put it at least the last 2 or 3. Yeah. You definitely have put Silk Song on there, and it's been dropping. What is it now? What did we have? 3 or 4?
Yeah.
I was gonna ask if he put it on now, if he was allowed to do it next year.
Yeah, right. Like, this is my year of the Xbox for Ed thinking that Killer Instinct is gonna come out this year. And this is me, Silk Song. And the crazy thing is, like they have put out gameplay of Silk Song, and like they put out like a trailer when they first was announced, and everybody was screaming, and like it's still like, even though it's been literally almost 8 years now since the original came out, Hollow Knight, like people are still analyzing the gameplay. They're like, oh my! As soon as they see like a sprite of Silk Song, they're like, oh my god, look at that! It's in 4K, 120 FPS, and like people go crazy for it. So I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, that's my number 3. It would have been my number 1, but I've been hurt so many times. So is that my number 3? So
I've got copium for you. I've got real quick. 2024 game, Metroidvania, is called 9 Souls. I just finished it. Get on that. It's exactly what you're looking for. It's about a third of the length of Hollow Knight, so you're not gonna eat yourself solid, traversing a miles long map.
Yeah.
Fantastic game. It's Hollow Knight meets Sekiro. It's freaking amazing.
Yeah, no, I have 9 Souls in my wish list, and I'm waiting for it to go a little bit on sale. Which they dropped
the winter sale.
I saw that.
Get it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it next time it comes on sale.
You're a grown man with a paying job. Get it.
No, I'm cheap. Minus, don't look at the shoes in the background, but I'm cheap.
Yeah, so. I saw the Underground play some of it, so I got some good.
I have to watch that.
Wait, he played 9 Souls?
Yeah, he did, and he voice acted through the whole thing, which is hilarious. So
wow, that's surprising.
How far did he get?
Not that far.
No,
he only played like an hour.
Huh? It's not gonna get far. Yeah, it's definitely a speed run. But if you remove one of the E's, that is definitely how Ed plays.
Yo,
that's how Ed plays these.
I'm going to HR.
Yeah, right. I'm in trouble.
You got to hear his voice acting performance. It's top notch. So
which is crazy because he didn't post. I thought. I mean, I haven't been able to watch his recent streams because he does it so late. But I thought he would have announced it, but he hasn't. So I have to look through his past streams to see if I can see it. I am interested in watching that for sure.
Yeah, the interesting games he never announces. It's always like
KI. Mondays, KI.
Mondays,
Wednesdays, Fridays, only underground. So, all right, Dark Side. Green Tuner. I'm sorry.
Me. Number 3 is Peacemaker season 2. I really enjoyed season 1. I liked where it left off. And yeah, I'm just waiting to see. I have consumed very little media, if there is any of it. I want to be surprised, just like I was surprised with the first season.
Okay. It's been confirmed, right? It is is part of the new DCU, right?
Yeah, it will be. I just and is it James Gunn directing that also?
Yeah, he's directing everything.
Busy
I'm
man.
not sure.
Yeah.
No, I think it's confirmed. Like James Gunn's directing, but he's also the Kevin Feige as well. So I'm interested. But I know
might be that he's just there for like he'll probably have like a person that does all like the actual like filming and directing stuff, and then he'll probably have like final say of what stays. I'm assuming. I don't think he'll be like fully. That'd be crazy if he's fully invested in that and also running the DC universe.
Yeah, Superman and everything else. Yeah, I heard that they were going to. He was going to explain, the ending where you see Flash and Aquaman. The Justice League.
Oh, right.
Yeah, there was gonna be.
He said he will explain how it can exist in the new DC universe.
Yeah. I'm interested. He'll find a way. Yeah. So
it'll be something like really dismissive too. So he'll find a way.
I think it's gonna be a drug reference. I think he's gonna be like Peacemaker. He was tripping or something like that, and then from blood loss or from drugs, and then boom, and then he'll just dismiss it altogether. So, really quick, you guys did hear that Jason Momoa is officially gonna be Lobo. Yeah, he's been.
Yeah, he's been. That tracks. Yeah,
that's been a fan casting.
It's the most like it's the character you wanted him to play from the beginning. Like, I mean, he was fucking doing Lobo Aquaman the whole time. So if you could just let him fucking do Lobo, that's fine. I mean, it's gonna be Aquaman in space, basically.
Pretty much. But the funny thing is, he told the story about it. Jason Momoa, he told the story about it. He was like, when I did my audition, he was like, I auditioned, I thought I was getting Lobo. And he was like, that's what I wanted. And then he's like, Zack Snyder was like, no. And he was like, the fuck? What do you mean no? And he's like, oh, I guess I didn't get anything. He's like, oh, you're gonna be Aquaman. And Jason Momoa was kind of like, the fuck? He's like, Aquaman is white. And he's like, nah, we'll make it work. So I mean, he did get upped in importance, but yeah, he's officially cast as Lobo. So like I said, that's a fan casting. That's been a fan casting for years. So I'm happy for him.
Cool. Okay, right. So my number 3 is going to be Wake Up Dead Man, the third Knives Out movie. That's you guys remember?
That was gonna be my number 5. That was my number 5.
Then I'm putting it on the list. Then I mean, we could talk about it. I know you're a fan too. I loved Glass Onion. I really liked it. I like the character with Daniel Craig, the Benoit Blanc. In the set of characters they always introduce, like the suspects are always interesting. The setting is interesting, and the cast here is interesting. I'm down. I don't know when I think it's probably in the Christmas, because Glass Onion came out around the end of the year. Yeah, whenever the year came out. But I've loved the last two. And there's not a lot of like classic mystery type movies like that are still funny and manage to bounce a lot of stuff. So yeah, that's my number 3. Looking forward to that one.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, that's gonna be fine.
I still gotta check out. I haven't seen Glass Onion. Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet. I want to check that one out. Yeah, I did love the Knives Out, the original. So yeah, that sounds good. My number 3 was it's just GTA 6. I was almost not gonna put it on there because it's like, who isn't excited about that? But
Me.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. I'm like the
Yeah.
only person on the planet who doesn't give a shit.
No, I give a shit. I'm just I'm saying I don't give a shit, but I just put Silk Song Coke.
I'm sorry. I'm
Right,
sorry to interrupt you, but like, yeah. Sorry. No,
Yeah.
go on.
No, but for kind of like the same reason where I'm like, I'm not even a huge like GTA. Like, obviously, I don't play like GTA Online or shit like that. But just for the media circus that it is, I'm definitely gonna play it. So I'm excited.
It's probably going to be worth playing. As someone who doesn't care and isn't really interested, like, it's probably going to be pretty good.
Yeah, no, for sure, exactly. It's like we're all gonna play it. Well, I mean, people who care. So whatever.
Most of us are gonna. Everyone's gonna play it. You know, trademark.
But the problem is that we're gonna be playing it for the next 10 years because it's gonna go from PlayStation 5 to the PlayStation 6 and might touch the PlayStation 7. So I mean, we're gonna be playing this for a decade to come, and
it'll be a shared human experience within 10 years. Every human being will have it'll be a touchstone for all across all languages.
Absolutely.
So yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That's it.
All right,
trying to make yourself a holiday.
Snake.
Number 3, Andor.
Hell
for the love of God, give me any good Star Wars content. Like, the needles in my veins, they are just dragging me through hope. Just buds of hope. It's really a field of shit, but there are buds of hope in it. And like, please just let it be good. I remember when Mando was good, and I loved Mando, and then Mando went to shit, and please just let it be fucking good. What we got? Danny Boyle can disappoint me. Severance can disappoint me. Andor can disappoint me. I can't wait to see whether the next two are going to screw it up too.
Dude, so I feel like Star Wars fans are like the biggest masochists, or like
you have no idea.
It's like a self-flagellation at this point.
Yeah,
like you're paying for some sin for some reason.
Honestly, I kind of wish they put the bullet in my head already, but no, here we are.
Just like
I mean, hey, I was gonna say Andor season 1 set the bar pretty damn high, so I would, it's very good. You're right, like it's like a bright light in a sea of darkness in the horizon. So I mean that, and like I like the Ahsoka. Like those are the two that I think have stuck out for me, and I think for us in general.
So let's be honest. Like Mando season 3 wasn't horrible, right?
It was season 3 was bad, dude.
No, it was.
Remember the Mos Vespas?
Yes. I mean, it wasn't.
Vespas were bad. No, that's Boba Fett. That's Boba Fett.
Oh yeah, that was Boba Fett.
But Mando season 3 had the Mandalorian army at the end. That was really bad. Yeah, that was bad.
The Mando army, and I'm sorry, the 3-year-old Baby Yoda training to be a man. Oh God,
Jedi.
I can say with confidence that everything about Mandalorian went downhill the second that kid didn't go off to Jedi school.
Yeah,
the show took a nosedive.
Yeah, it was kind of weird that they brought him back. I did not like that. I was like, it would have been better.
He sells product.
He does.
Yeah,
my wife, my wife still is like, she's still. I'm like, his name is Grogu. She's like, I don't give a shit. He's Baby Yoda.
Yeah,
and we have like,
he's Star Wars marketing figure number 3417.
Pretty much.
Hell yeah.
Hey, whoever came up with John Favreau, I guess, but like, if anyone else was involved in Baby Yoda, that is a like executive at Disney, right? Like that person here, they got big time promoted because that is an undying character that will be printing money for eons to come. Absolutely. Oh, now are you excited, Snake, for the upcoming Mando and Grogu movie? I believe that is coming out. Isn't it a movie then the season 4 or something like that?
So this is how I'm finding out about this, and the answer is no.
No. Yeah, no. It's a movie.
You can tell.
It's a movie, I believe, and then it's season 4, and I think they're shot at the same time, or it's the other way around. It's this.
Am I gonna go see it? Yeah, am I gonna gripe the whole time? Probably.
Hell yeah, you will, and you know what? You'll buy the Grogu popcorn bucket too, bitch, because I told you so. That's why.
Yeah, no bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't eat the popcorn anymore, but 10 years ago I would have. Here's the problem. Spoiler alert. Just fucking sue me for doing this because it's totally illegal. I don't have a theater around me that serves alcohol, so I take beer to the theater, and beer and popcorn don't mix.
Wow. You know what?
Hey, if the theater served booze, I would drink it there. But I only drink premium shit. So
wow.
Well, we'll talk.
All right. Well, if it's premium. All right, but I was gonna say, like, you might have a problem, but
no. This isn't.
We're gonna have an intervention.
Yeah.
We're supposed to tell him right now.
I'm getting up at 4:30 some days to go to work. Jesus Christ!
What's the meme?
Like 4:30?
Yeah, 4:30 in the morning.
Sometimes, yeah. Like last week. Oh man, last Wednesday when we did this, like you should have seen the state I was in the next day. I should not have been on the road.
Oh my god.
Oh, we at the Blrd pod. Yeah, we at the Blrd podcast we do not condone drinking and being in any type of state other than
this wasn't drinking. This is an entire lack of sleep.
Lack of sleep. Okay.
Yeah.
But it was
nice safe.
It was worth it for a great episode. So don't worry about it.
Yeah, right.
It was.
Right.
As long as we get some benefit out of it, that's all.
Yeah, man. All right.
Where we
Andor. So Andor, looking forward to that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good pick.
My number 2 is something that I was excited for in 2024, and the game is officially coming out this year. So, Monster Hunter Wilds said everything about it in the last episode.
Bullshit pick. That was on your pick for last year.
That was
on your last year pick.
Yes, that was for my.
I'm calling you out.
One of my most favorite things of 2024 was the beta. I'm looking for it.
I'm going to preempt something.
Sure.
Is your number 1 pick Path of Exile?
Absolutely not.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah, that would be.
I'll just hold the straight face with that.
No. My number 1 is another game as well, but it's not Path of Exile.
Okay.
So, but no. So
I think you've got 2 bullshit picks this week. But I said it. Go on.
Wait, what's the 2 bullshit? Don't tell me Silksong is bullshit. Oh my god!
Silksong's bigger bullshit than whatever the fuck we're talking about right now.
I am a Team Cherry fan. I'm a Team Cherry fan, and Chris.
Let him have it.
It was amazing.
All right, I digress.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So before I got crucified for my choice, Monster Hunter Wilds is the game I'm very excited for 2025, and it is coming out this year. So if that is any type of criteria, I think I've satisfied it. Let's go on.
2024 game should have been out in 2024 if that's criteria. Go on.
Yes, Green Tuner, go ahead and go, please.
All right. My number 2 is The Last of Us Season 2.
Wait, didn't you say that?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. That's a good pick. That's
my
good
man.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward.
I'm looking forward to it. I thought it left off in a very interesting story. I want to see where they go.
Did you play the game? You didn't play the games? Did you not play the?
Me, no.
Okay.
I tried playing them, and I think here's the thing. I'm not like a gamer to the level of you guys, right? I can't have a game that punishes me for being a bad player, and I'm like, give me more scoops of that shit.
Yeah.
So I think I got to a point in Last of Us where like I had to like strategize too much. I'm like, fuck this. I just went and started like probably staring at paint dry or something. But the show was very good.
Yeah, the game the show follows the game pretty well.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, couldn't you just play it on isn't there now a very easy mode?
There's a story mode. Yeah, it emphasizes the journey.
Now,
but I think you guys are underestimating.
When I was playing it.
Yeah, but I think you guys might be underestimating. Green Tuner is not a true gamer like us.
No, for real, I'm not.
If you say it 2 more times, you'll summon Ed.
Oh, he's the worst gamer.
That's pure gaming, and it's like pure liquid form is Ed.
Yeah, I mean he is he is the gamer of gamers, for sure. Yeah, he's.
I can't wait to see him play that that fucking what's it called, Metroidvania game? What was it?
Nine Souls.
9 Souls.
Yeah.
9 Souls. Yeah, I can't wait to see him play something like that.
I fucking can't.
But Ed played that one. Well, Ed played that one game. Remember, Bandit, I know you were there. Remember that one third person game that he was playing where like you could kind of like skate as like you're like this little magical creature thing.
Oh yeah.
And then you get to fight bosses like alien bosses, whatever. And I'm watching watching Ed play that sometimes.
I
blocked it out of my memory.
I've never.
There was another one. He played
the Hyperlight Drifter sequel.
Yeah.
Did he play that?
No, Hyperlight Breaker, but Solar Ash. It's
Solar Ash.
It's the one they put in between the two.
Yeah.
But he also played that one on Xbox. It was like the Geiger looking one.
I forgot what it was. One of the launch titles for.
Yeah, but it had a lot of
looks like
it.
Yeah.
Scorn.
Scorn. Oh yes.
Scorn. There we go.
Man.
I was like, it was the tip of my tongue.
So painful.
It was a puzzler. Yeah. I mean, we're in the chat for sure.
Who said that? I remember someone saying that the worst mistake was Ed trying to stream Breath of the Wild 2. Because all it was just watching his brain, like his gears turn for half an hour after every move.
Yes. Yes.
It was rough. It was a rough one. You know what's funny with Ed Underground is like he has his like DBD and then
no, he's trashing DBD too. No.
What I'm saying is he's
dude, no, that's because you're scared. You don't want a 1v1.
Accept the challenge. You know what?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is he has these two games that he always, like you said, he always plays them, and I'm always in the chat and I'm always like telling him, you got to play something different, play something new, and then whenever he does, it's always like it's about 15 minutes. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ, go back to Killer Instinct. This is brutal.
I watched 2 hours of him playing the Resident Evil 2 remake. This motherfucker couldn't solve a puzzle because he was incapable of reading text. I don't want to read the text. Miss all the clues, miss all the answers to the the combination's 8, 15, 1. Like, I can't be bothered reading. Oh man, I was tearing my hair out.
Like, I almost play. It's like if you the tutorial was on the screen and it's like, what am I doing? What do I do? And it's like, what?
It's the best. It's the best. He's so fucking bad.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, I was watching him play Marvel. We were watching him play Marvel Rivals, and I understand is you gotta get used to the shooter. Like we know Ed's horrible at shooters, and Ed always will be like, "Man, let's play Halo," and I'm like, "Dude, like we're gonna lose. Like we play Halo, because it's just gonna be a loss fest nonstop." And I'm gonna call you some racial slurs by the end of this night because you suck so bad. So I'm watching him play Marvel Rivals, and like I'm like, dude, you are absolute dog shit. But he plays the game and he enjoys himself. So I'm just like, okay, it's cool. He's having fun. Right. But like he's one of those people, like people ask me, like I have friends, I'll be like, hey man, let's play Marvel Rivals, just do rank together. I'm like, oh hell no. Because like I can get upset, like I don't care about like quick play. If like, I'm playing just like, something that's not competitive or not ranked, I don't give a shit. Like we lose, whatever. I'll just chalk it up to what it is. But if we play ranked and I see what you're doing and you're absolute dog shit, I'm gonna lose my mind. And like I can't, like every time I watch Ed play competitive games that are like Ed will play DBD and he'd be like, yeah man, these people are level 100, I'm only level 70. I'm like, Ed, that just means they played the game longer. That doesn't mean anything. He's like, yeah, they're so much better than me because they're level 100. I'm like, that's not your rank. And then we look at his rank and he's like bottom tier. He's like tier 0. And I'm just like, I don't understand like your mind. Like first, like he doesn't read. And that's what irritates me. Like read what the tooltip says about your rank. Then you'll know. He'd be like, man, these guys suck. I'm like, yeah, because they're the bot. You're there with the bots. You and the bots are the same rank. And Ed will just be, oh God, it irks me watching him play those new games.
Best.
Oh, jeez. Anyways, all right. Who's next? I think it was
Dark Side.
Dark Side?
Yeah.
Yeah, number two.
Number two for me is going to be we just got a trailer for it and I'm excited. Daredevil Born Again, the series.
I forgot about that.
I haven't seen the trailer.
Yeah, trailer's good. I mean, I got to do some mad rewatching of Daredevil because I don't think I finished season 3. So I will be on a quest to rewatch Daredevil and try to get as much ground covered as possible.
Is it
But I'm
available?
excited. It's
You
on
just put it on
Disney.
Disney Plus,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
But the
it's
thing,
on-
to be fair, if you've watched,
Yeah.
if you're trying to rewatch it, they have changed. They've changed some scenes very slightly, but
Yes, I guess
interesting.
it's less violent.
Less
than-
violent,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Oh, that
yeah,
blows.
less violent.
Wow.
Yeah. Maybe
Okay.
maybe I can get a stream from it, like the OG Netflix.
oh
stream.
gee, yeah.
How
Yeah.
sad-
Jolly Roger, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Maybe it's time.
Might be
Maybe
the
it's
way to
time
do
to. How sad is that if I have to like pirate fucking Netflix content? That is the saddest shit in the world.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
do.
Hey, but
Hey,
if you have
when they jack their prices up 3 times as much just for me to get 1080p, go fuck yourself. Go
Yeah.
fuck
No,
you.
I
You
don't
don't get
blame
a
you. I
dime
don't
on my
blame you.
for 1080. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, I
You
think
guys
Snake,
got me on a fucking fire today.
yeah, I think Snake feels some type of way about that. Just a little
Yeah.
bit.
Really?
Yeah,
Mhm,
he's a little
mhm.
upset.
Yeah.
It's
I did
exactly
that.
the same
Damn
problem I said
bit.
about the Switch 1, which released at 720. Are you fucking kidding me? 720 in this day and age for a modern fucking console? Are you fucking serious? What?
Well-
and it running at 30 FPS native? Get the fuck out of here. And
Well-
you call yourself a AAA state-of-the-art game company. Get the fuck out. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
I don't think they said that. I don't think they've said that they're AAA.
Yeah, I
But-
don't think,
No, they say they're a toy company and try to stay away from their company.
Yeah.
Like they water themselves down for sure. Now, I would like. I mean, I don't know. We're on the Switch talk here, but they. I think for what's it, 10 years?
Yeah.
Did we come out 10 years ago? Switch 2013, right?
I think so.
So
yeah.
over 10 years. That's not bad for what it was. You know, I mean, 10 years ago at 720 for basically something to run. Let's face it, Mario Kart.
I would
for
have
the most
accepted
part.
720 or 30 FPS.
Oh no, Switch came
Both?
out 20,
Both
2017.
is beyond.
2017.
Wow.
All right. Granted. Jeez. Anyways, Daredevil
Despite
Born
all
Again.
of the
Fuck.
emulators run better. Yeah, they're oh, god damn, I'm sorry. I keep interrupting.
There's an
I'm
OLED
excited,
model,
I'm excited to be
model
here.
coming out.
I'm really happy to have this conversation. I'm having a shit week.
Yeah.
Wait,
Hey,
wait, hold on.
don't
I'm
worry.
confused. Wait, are you saying that you thought the original Switch was $700? Are you saying 720p?
720.
720p.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I just want to make sure.
720p.
Okay.
Just
I was like,
yeah.
okay. I just want to make
Which is
sure.
right about.
Yeah, no.
Hey, I wasn't complaining when I was playing fucking Mario Odyssey. It looked fine. And in my mind, it was crisp 4K. I know, like I don't need to replay it to know that it was sharp as fuck.
I feel like they
That's
have
all I
some
need.
good. Yeah, I feel like they have some good upscaling, but I mean, for 720p, you can still have
I mean,
super sharp.
they're
You
good at hiding. They're good at hiding stuff, right?
Yes.
And like focusing on different things so that you get lost in the quality of the game you're playing. And
Absolutely.
that's their bread and butter. They don't need to,
Because
But
I think most
agree
games
with
aren't going to
you.
be like you're not playing those high fidelity games on the Switch. At least if
No.
you are, you know what I mean. Unless it was your only option, but
If
Yeah.
you are, you're disappointing yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. But the amount of people, like, what's the most played game on the Switch? It's either probably Minecraft or Fortnite, right? And
Yeah.
probably Fortnite probably pushes it a little bit, but Minecraft, come on, nobody's gonna notice that on fucking.
yeah.
Well, yeah, everything's
So-
pixelated, and my niece plays on her Minecraft. Plays Minecraft on her Switch.
Yeah.
Now I was playing with her. I was like, it just looks like the same kind of Minecraft on your PC. It's not. It's not graphics extensive type of game. So
All right, Bandito, number 2.
Same as Cream. Monster Hunter Wilds, man.
Yeah.
I need it. I'm waiting for it.
Yep.
Gotta have it.
I'm judging you just less vocally.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm like, what the fuck? Why did I get the tirade and from Snake, and then he just like, yeah, I
I didn't know I needed to keep 2 ready to go. Okay, I shot both barrels at you.
Yeah, Snake's like, I'm just disappointed. That's all. I think that might be worse. That he's just disappointed in you and gave me a verbal lashing.
I'll tell you what. He didn't lead into this with Silk Song, you hack.
Oh my god! You know what? I've been consistent for the past few years. So hey, you know what? It is what it is. I love to be disappointed.
I
I gotta check out this new Monster Hunter game. I played the last two. I enjoyed the shit out of them, but like, why is this so hyped right now?
It's
okay,
good.
It's good. Yeah.
I hope
very good.
I didn't. I might give it a shot when it comes around again in a couple of weeks. But I just like Monster Hunter is a big investment. Is like the grind. The grind is real. The grind is real.
The grind is real.
I'm hoping I have the time for it.
But you see, I'm playing fucking
best looking games I've ever seen. You guys streamed it. And I keep saying like I was like dazzled by how beautiful it looked. Like the visuals were insane. And maybe it was like your insane rigs, but I don't think I've seen anything like that. So it's been pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, but you see, I play Path of Exile. I'm 276 hours into the damn game. I am the grind. Like, you know, I'm like shit. Like I do nothing but grind.
I got a job that takes me out of the house like halfway all over the. Excuse me. Yeah, I'll work like 2 hours all over the area. And I've got hobbies and a life. So I'm sorry, Cream, that I can't do 270 hours over 2 months over 3 games. Yeah, nut.
I'm sorry.
We're gonna find you dead in that chair one of these days.
And if you do, guess what? I'm gonna have a huge erection.
He'll have died how he lived.
Yeah, exactly. Hard as shit over some Path of Exile or some Monster Hunter. Like, and you might find some Rule 34 Nergigante on my computer. But hey, you know what? That's how I chose to go out. No, actually, you know the funny thing is, I started going.
I want to Google that.
I started working out at 5:30, like in the morning time, because I'm like, I do sit for a tremendous amount of time in my chair for work and then gaming afterwards. So I was like, I need to start getting up in the morning and working out. So I've been going to the gym. Actually, I've just done it once, but I'm going to be consistent now. I'm getting up tomorrow morning and I'm going to be more consistent working out so I can start looking like old Eric and still be able to game as much as I want to. So if I'm spending 200 hours on, you know, one game, because that's my hobby, you bitch. And at least I won't die from like a heart attack or something.
Yeah, get like a Peloton or something, like a stationary bike.
No, I have a stationary, or I do have a walking thing that can go underneath my desk. I have a standing desk, but then I start walking, and then I'm like. And then if I die because I'm walking and my hands are slipping or something like that, or my hands are not moving to where they need to go, I get pissed off. So I say, you know what, screw it. I need to go outside of my rig and work out. So that's why I'm going to the gym and at least getting some workout that way. And then if I want to go walk, I can go. We have a treadmill in our garage. I can just do that. But
let me give this one to you, Bandito. Imagine that room that he sits in, he works in, he games in, he works out in. Imagine what that's gonna smell like in 6 months.
Yeah, you know what it smells like? It smells like fucking what?
Success.
Yeah, success. It smells like a level 90 Deadeye. It smells like you know, a decent ranked in Rivals, not even trying. Like it smells like success. All right, you know. But to be fair, I do, when we have clean people come to clean our house, I don't let them touch my office. So I do, it does smell like feet in here. So I gotta do a little better.
Keep it pristinely rank.
Yeah, right. Like,
I'm so glad we had this conversation.
Yeah, I don't want no girls allowed, dude. Like if it smells good in here, women might come in here and talk to me. Like shit, I got game, dude. I got game, bro. So yeah, yeah. Anyhow, all right. Let's get to our number one. Our number one.
We got Snake's number 2.
No, Snake. I thought we got your number 2. Oh, no, my fault. All right, go ahead.
Nope. I mean, I don't blame you for trying to pass me over. I'm giving you all.
I am pissed. I am shook.
Man. Number 2, video game Hades 2. I'm a big Supergiant Games fan. Played them all. Played a shit ton of Hades 1. Hades 2 looks like more of the same, and goddamn, do I want it.
Well, wait, why are you excited for a game that can't? Well, no, fuck off.
It's early access.
The game has already been out. And then
there is not a release date. It is in early access.
No, there's a difference between early access and beta, right? So beta for Monster Hunter was last year. Now the game is officially coming out in February. Has Supergiant Games
between early access and beta, both of which don't have a fucking release date? I don't want to play a fucking game that's half done.
What are you talking about? Path of Exile is practically done at this point, outside of extra characters. Like, would you consider if DLC comes out? Would you say the game is half done if there's DLC that comes out afterwards?
Let's see. I'm on the Steam page. Early access game. Release date May 6th. Go to hell.
Hey, how about you May 6 these nuts in your mouth? How about that? Okay.
Damn.
Okay.
Oh, can we? Wait, hold on. Stop.
Be excited for something, you dick.
Hold on. God damn it. This used to be a fun episode to do. What has happened here? What has happened?
Because
I had this coming. To be fair, I had this coming.
Yeah, because assholes are shitting on my choice to, because I went cope with Hollow Knight, and then on top of that, Monster Hunter Wilds, and then they pick something like, I don't know, Hades 2 that's been out since May 6, 2024.
I didn't realize there was such a loose definition of the calendar for upcoming in 2025. That's my fault.
Yes, I mean, you should have read the fine print, bitch.
I don't know. Darkseid seems to get it. Green Tuner seems to get it. For the most part, please don't disappoint me. For the most part, Bandito seems to get it.
Green Tuner is halfway here. He is already checked out mentally. Darkseid doesn't even know what we're talking about. He doesn't have Steam. Yeah. Bandito understands it, and I think he probably sides more on my side than he does yours, because yours doesn't make any kind of goddamn sense.
And then, one and only time I'm ever gonna get to do this, you're making this about me being white.
Yes, exactly. The funny thing is, I said we brought you on for DEI. I was like, we have to get the snake on. We have to do reverse DEI.
New government coming in. We need a certain type of face here.
Yeah, you are our new shield. And it's like, welcome to the organization. You're only here because you are a white person, apparently.
Now sit in the corner and shut up.
Shut up. Yeah, like you're just here to look pretty, not to actually give any opinions.
Up until we get pulled over. Right?
Yeah, when we get pulled over. Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah, like he was driving, but they'll still
be. I'm sorry, Darkseid, that this has got so animus, but like, man, am I cracking up?
God, man, I wish Ed was here.
Hades 2. So, what's your number one, Cream?
Number one, Subnautica 2. Subnautica,
Wait a minute.
What?
Subnautica 2?
Yeah, Subnautica 2.
Yeah.
So there was Subnautica 1.
Which has a release date of this year. It's fair game.
Yeah, it is fair game. Subnautica 1 came out years ago. Then it was Subnautica, what they call, was it Below Zero? But that was, the people consider that like 1.5. That's not a true 2. It was just a build on to the existing story, almost like DLC. And then Subnautica 2 now is a fresh story altogether. So I got Subnautica years ago when it first came out, didn't play it. I played it within the past year, and I absolutely binged the hell out of that game. Once I beat it, I played the second one, and absolutely steamrolled that game in like a quarter of the time. Love Subnautica. Absolute great game, great genre, and so forth. As we talked about earlier, I love the grind, and Subnautica is literally just a grind. So kind of cool, really like that. So Subnautica 2, that is going to be a day one buy for me. I'm not going to wait for no Steam sale, nothing. I'm buying that game outright. So yeah, that is my number one game that I'm looking forward to, even over Monster Hunter Wild. So yep, that's my number one.
Nice.
Cool.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that. My number one, predictably, Superman. I want to see what they do with it. I've been waiting a long time to see uplifting Superman.
Yeah.
So I want to see where they go. I'm glad they're coming. They're bringing in like crypto. They're bringing all these like little neat aspects to Superman that I want to see back on the big screen.
Yeah. Yeah. The trailer definitely looks really good. It just looks like,
man, that trailer got to me. I was like, oh shit, it gave me like goosebumps. I'm like, oh,
right? Yeah, the color palette's off. Yeah, the color palette's off.
The color palette's fine.
Do you want gray and beige? Do you want
more digital mud and dirt?
Dark.
Dark and gritty.
I hope they come out with a black and white version. I can see the colors in that.
I'm pretty sure there's going to be a Snyder cut of it. Don't worry, we'll demand it.
There's a bank robbery. Superman just comes down and like lasers the robbers in half, and that's it. He just flies away. He just stands from his seat. He's like, yes.
Can I sidebar about how everybody asked for the Snyder cut of something, but if you watch the Snyder cut, it actually really wasn't that much better than anything. It was still crap.
You really want to fight Creamcast, don't you?
What the actual...
we don't have time. We don't have time for this tonight.
Oh man,
we don't.
My bad. My bad. You know what? Let's table that. Cream, you can just take a shot at me later, and you get that one for free.
I am so.
He's seething right now.
Yeah, guys, let's just move on.
Snake, you are a great addition to this podcast, and this is the episode that proves it for sure.
I'm happy to be of service or possible punching bag. I'm not certain which.
Whichever comes first. I mean, I'll say this. I'll jump to my number one. It's also Superman. So I mean, I am excited for all the reasons that you just said. It's bright. No, well, what is that up? Anyways, it's bright. It's colorful. It has some cool elements that we've not seen in movies with that have Superman. I'm really hoping that this is the one that gets it right, because it's sure putting a lot of eggs in the James Gunn basket here, that he's the one, the fabled one who will get it right, the DC Kevin Feige. And I think he does. Like every time he's talked about stuff, he seems to have the right mindset. So yeah, I mean, we could go back into this. I mean, we have to talk about, if we talk about one, we have to talk about the other. Man of Steel. Like I said, I like Man of Steel. It has grown on me over the years. I hated it when it came out for the obvious reasons. Turns out it's the best thing to come out of that mess. And hey, if I still had the opportunity to go back in time and give Zack Snyder money and be like, hey, make a sequel to Man of Steel, not a like jumping on point for another universe, just a sequel to Man of Steel. I really wanted to see what he would have done with like Brainiac or something. I think it would have been somewhat cool. Like I like there's a lot of like style he brought to Superman that to this day is influential. And I'm hoping James Gunn does something similar to that with what he's bringing. So that's my number one. A lot of hopes on that one for sure.
Yes,
for sure.
All right, Ben Dieter.
My number one is Severance, for the reasons that Snake already discussed. Coming out this Friday. I'm super hyped. I am a little scared. I don't want to be disappointed. But just coming in without knowing anything on the first season, it was just like one of the best, like one of the only shows that I really got into. Like just phenomenal ride, super good. It's hard to talk about without spoiling everything.
No, I've realized with Severance, you cannot really explain it to anyone either.
Yeah,
and
like,
really, it's better. Like, I still can't. I couldn't tell you what the hell happened.
Yeah, no,
like, we needed like 5 minutes.
There's not even like a basic paragraph you can give someone to be like, oh, this is what the show's about. It's completely undescribable, but it is good. And one of the most like unpredictable shows like out there right now. So I agree with you, both of you guys. Really, really cool.
Can't wait.
Who's it? Snake. Wrap it up.
Did we do Green Tier? What was Green Tier?
Yeah, he's after me.
He's Superman. We're both Superman. I jumped off him.
The Superman thing. Last of Us season 2. I mean, what'd you expect?
Yeah,
it was like everything I said last week. Yeah, Last of Us season 2. Last of Us. Right. Here you are. I was trying to figure out when the next Naughty Dog game comes out. There's no date. Otherwise, I would have put that. But no, just give me Last of Us. I'll mainline it. I don't care. I'll sip the shit out of that shit.
I also looked up that when Heretic is going to be out, because I would have put that on I would have bumped Grand Theft for that one. But that's way too early. I realized they just fucking showed that thing. So
they also said that they've been working on it for like 5+ years. So like I kind of figured if you're gonna announce it, you have an idea of a date, but whatever, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Look, I want to see. I saw how they wrapped up the first game. The second is a lot more complicated, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with the narrative of that. They're gonna have to make more changes than they did the first time around. And they were really creative in the way that they did that, while maintaining all the important beats of the narrative and the characters and all that. And I'm also really looking forward to what happens after. There's something significant that happens pretty early on for season 2, and I can't wait to see the reactions.
What should you guys talking about?
The game, Last of Us 2.
Oh, Last of Us. Okay, because someone's talking about Heretic. I was like, I don't know what that is.
Oh, Intergalactic is called the Heretic Prophecy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Also, I hope that our dearly departed guest star is with us for The Last of Us season 2. It's gonna be.
Oh my god, that'll be the best. That would be fulfillment. Like a piece of my soul might get restored just to play that one.
Wait. It's about the show or just the game? We guys.
We're talking about the show, and I just said it'd be fun when Ed Underground joins us for the second season.
Oh, because of
get to
some of the character relationships,
certain elements,
controversies.
But has he played the game? Everybody here to really focus on anything DEI or woke or LGBTQ related for that episode, and I might text you about that time. Should our dearly departed arrive for that one?
Yeah,
we can only hope.
Have we? I mean, honestly, he even from season 1, the scenes there. I mean, obviously, we all seen it. It's been out, so we can spoil it. But like, yeah, the what's his name? Bill and is it Bill?
Yeah, it was Bill.
And I'm trying to think of the other guy's name. His partner.
I'm bailing on that one. But,
it's like on the tip of my tongue, but like, the way that they portrayed it. I mean, I thought, to be honest, a lot of people more people were gonna be upset about it, but it seems like a lot of people. Maybe I'm looking at it with rose-colored tinted glasses, but I feel like a lot of people were okay with it. So now,
correct me if I'm wrong. You didn't play the game, correct?
I did play a good portion of the first one. I did not play the second one.
Okay, because everything to do with Bill's character in the show was, I'd say about 80% different from what they did in the game.
Yeah,
so
I remember
the departure they took there was so significant and so interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And they took the base of the character and did a completely different thing, and it was
I feel like
so good.
They I don't even think they flipped it. They just like expanded that lore on him. Honestly,
I thought they didn't with Bill.
Bill in the game was. So Bill in the game was a really bitter bastard, and he's always kind of a bitter, paranoid kind of bastard, and he secluded himself based on that. And his partner, he meets his partner and all that. Within the context of the game, his partner gets fed up with Bill and goes off and kills himself.
Right.
So when you close both stories, they're way the fuck different.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't personally. I remember Bill's character. Yeah, it didn't have him being gay. I don't remember him being gay.
It is. It's they don't rub it in your face.
Rub it in your face.
You gotta trigger the stuff. You gotta pick up the diaries. You gotta talk to him and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, see, I don't do that type.
It was.
Yeah, I don't go usually that deep.
That's where all the flavor in the game is.
I mean, there's a scene in the game where like Ellie, she has like a comic book, and I think it's like a gay porn or something like that, like a book, and she's just like, oh, what's all this? And she picks up a porno mag from Bill's place, and she's like, I want to see what all the fuss is about, and everybody's like, and then but I can't remember the main guy's name. Joel's just like, that's not for you, you know what I mean? Like, they kind of like brush it off, but like it's there, like it's definitely there where they.
I don't remember. I probably played Last of Us in like 2013, maybe whenever it first came out on PlayStation, whatever console it first came out, PlayStation 3 or 4. So Yeah, I haven't played. I haven't actually. That's why I want to get it for Steam to actually play it again, so I can actually remember all the stuff that happened. And then 2, yeah, I want to actually play that to completion. So I might have to get on that sooner than later. So nothing is spoiled for me. But yeah, no, I mean, I like I said, I thought that episode with Bill and showing him in a gay relationship and just how they did that. I thought people overall were very okay with that. People weren't really tripping about that. So I don't think that anybody else. Yeah,
I remember the internet being the internet a little bit. Like there were some.
Yeah,
I Nick Offerman had to say something.
Some people tripping about it. Yeah.
But like overall, but it's like that was the source
anybody
material.
in particular.
Nobody on the podcast.
Nobody on the podcast presently got that.
Yes. So, wow. Yeah. So I don't think it's an issue, but we'll see. I'm curious. I know enough about the second game to understand, especially the controversies that happened when the game first came out. I'm curious to see how it's going to be received for the series, but I think it's one of those things. Also, is like Marvel, right? It's like people love Marvel, but they don't actually digest any of the comic books or any of the lore or know anything about it, but they know it from the movies and so forth. So I feel like that's kind of what is, or I'll say a better example, like Game of Thrones, right? People don't read the books, but they know the characters from the series. So I feel like this is probably more line of that. Like, I think the people who are going to watch this, of course, you're going to have the video game people like, too many women. Like, what are they doing? Like, they scissoring? Like, no, people are going to be upset about that. But then there's going to be most people are just not going to care. So we'll see. It's going to be controversy for sure. But it is what it is.
Just you wait.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing that the internet always disappoints. It never disappoints, and it always disappoints at the exact same time. So we'll see.
I'll remind you that it's only the people who are screaming that you hear. 90% of us, 99% of us go out to the store and we're not screaming at the manager, but you always hear the one lady who is. So like.
Well,
just because they're complaining doesn't mean that their voice actually needs to be heard.
That's true. Well, we're gonna have a full podcast soon, so we'll have a lot more voices and a lot more opinions coming up. So we'll get the full gamut of all the opinions that could be out there,
whether you like it or not.
Yeah, baby.
See if we can schedule that for a Friday. I'll get absolutely lit for that.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Having a debate between you and other members of the podcast. All right.
You'll probably make use of the mute button. Go on.
Yeah, I have my mute powers have been strong in the past, so we'll see if that continues on. But do you guys have anything else you guys want to talk about with your top 5s for 2025?
No, I will say I did have honorable mention, and I'm a glutton for punishment. But there is a new Jurassic World movie coming out, and I know it's gonna be shit. But damn, if I wanted to add it into my in the number 5 slot for sure. Hey, I know it's gonna be bad. I know it.
You're a glutton for punishment. These movies are just getting more and more campy by the entry. I mean, what's gonna happen.
I'd be fine if they were campy. They're just shitty. They're just bad. They're just bad for the sake of being bad at this point.
I just want to get rid of the whole cloning thing. Like, they leaned in so heavy in these past like 2 movies with the cloning thing. I'm just like, oh god, like I don't give a shit anymore. Like, yes, the chick is cloned. Yeah. No one gives a shit. Like, just give me dinosaurs eating people. But then in the last movie, all the good guys are living, and all the bad guys are getting eaten. I want good guys eat the kids. I don't give a fuck. Like, I want to see T-Rex rip a kid in half and be like, "Oh shit, that sucks." Yeah.
That would be the Snyder cut.
Snyder cut, right? Give me the black and white version of that. I want to see some kids getting eaten by velociraptors or some copies or something like that. Like, or like someone getting spiked by like a triceratops, and then their body is just spinning on top of the horns. Like, that's the type of shit I want. That's the Jurassic Park that I want. But we won't get that. We always get bad people eating. The fuck? But it is what it is.
Gotcha. All right. That's all I got.
All right. Well, if we don't have anything else, that has been episode 151 of the Blrd podcast. As always, guys, you can catch us live on twitch.tv/the Blrd podcast, where you can watch us live on the Twitch platform as we go through our topic of the day. Also, if you can't catch the live performance in the live podcast, you can always watch us on youtube.com/the Blrd podcast, where all our recordings will be added. Also, you can hear us in audio form on all major podcasting platforms. So until next time, you guys, we appreciate you. We love you. And until next time, blur you later.
Blur you later.
Blur you later.
Blur you later.